Okay, I started the stream. Started the stream. Let's see if it works. Hmm.
It's up. We'll see if it's up for more than 3 seconds.
Exactly. All right.
You immediately remember to lower the volume so that you don't all get an echo.
All right.
I just mute it.
Yeah. But for the last session, you all went to a funeral of Seal's uncle and Mimi's great uncle.
Let me check the family tree. Actually, wait, is he even on the
He is.
tree? He might not be.
He is.
I can just imagine God looking at the family tree. He's like, okay, where the hell did everything go wrong here?
Or just where the hell is everything in general?
Look, the main family tree
Grandparents.
where your which is your grandma and everything, their stuff goes from 1 to 10. He's number 10. Your grandma is technically one of your grandmas is number 1, and then there's a whole other thing that's some bullshit. But don't worry about that. Anyway, last time you basically went to a funeral of like your this person named Schwartz. During that funeral, you ended up meeting someone named Norman and his father. Norman's father is a prick, but Norman
really is a Norman.
Norman is insane. He has issues. You all left there with Syl after he embarrassed Syl, and yeah, you all found out about
this boy all along. How did I forget?
no, and you all basically had to deal with the aftermath of that. Currently, you all have either been A, training to look into the tournament, or B, looking into other things. Who wants to start?
Where would we start?
Hopefully we start somewhere.
I'm gonna choose.
I guess for me at least.
I'm gonna choose who starts then.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Kitson starts.
Yay!
Yay! Good kitty.
Kitson, today is your first day on in the job of Diamano. You're currently meeting with your group that basically Gordon runs. You have your dog tags to get let into the building, and you're currently going into what is essentially it looks like a kitchen. There are multiple seats around. Yeah. There are multiple seats around, and you can see where the head chef would be. That's where Gordon is going to stand. You see a couple tough and humble characters. You see a sharp guy, pretty he went to jail, tattoos and everything. And then you just see this slime girl who's in there as well. You see was essentially a teapot man, like a teacup, a sentient teacup. And he's currently peeling some potatoes. Nothing too crazy. And you just you see all these people that are here, right? And you three are the only you four are the only ones there right now. As eventually some other people walk in and you just see this big buff dragon man as he walks through the door. Then you see another person coming past him, and Pitson, roll me an act under pressure.
Alright. Roll 2d6. Let me check my modifiers. I don't need this one anymore. I need this one. Yeah, +1.
Hurt.
13. Oh, that was a critical.
Oh. You are acting under pressure.
Don't I get an XP for that?
Yeah, you do get HP for that.
New donation from Shacknator.
Wow.
So it's funny you gotta create a moment that critical get a donation. That's funny.
Heck yeah.
Critical donation. Fuck yeah.
Anyway,
We'll finally be able to buy Joker a new router.
as you basically what's that sound?
It's got the engine running in the background. I think that's Kitsit.
Hold on, I gotta redo my mic settings.
All right.
Your mic?
Okay, how's that working?
Yeah, better.
Better.
So yeah, basically, as you pretty much like look at this person, without a shadow
This
of
person.
without a shadow of a doubt, you know them. You don't know where you know them from. Like, actually, no. With a critical success, you do know where you know them from. Actually, you know, but you don't know. That's actually the problem with this. In your mind, you see a person that walks in. It is like a how snake woman basically.
Naga.
In your mind, you're like, oh, that's my lover. It's been so long since we've seen each other. Then you realize, when the fuck did you have a lover?
We've been looking at a lot of different futures. Who knows?
We've only looked at, what, 2, 3?
Something like that.
Yeah. You feel like
Which
a
raises
stroke.
questions because I haven't had a past life, as far as we know.
That's what's throwing you off. Like, you know you don't have had a past life. And you're having memories of loving someone that you just seen for the first time now.
Well, that raises more questions than it should.
Yeah.
I guess
Also,
love at first sight, you know?
yeah. Also, they're around the same age as you.
Well, hopefully Matilda doesn't find out about this.
Oh god, this is Zelda, isn't it?
Anyway, as everyone sits down and Gordon comes in, comes in like, okay, I'm glad that everybody's here. Sorry about calling you all immediately right now, but we have a slight problem. Apparently, the tournament that's supposed to happen right now is in full swing. We're getting all the decorations, everything ready. There are people who clearly want to come to the tournament to make a statement or sabotage it. On the surface, like, we can take care of it normally. But us taking care of it normally is a problem. PR problem, in fact. You see, if Julius and his crew take care of it, it's just a king abusing his power. And Faust and his crew takes care of it, then that's the Shadow Organization getting involved. We need to there might be a couple incidents that we need to either stop or make sure they disappear. That's what we're going to be doing for this entire tournament season. Some of you can join the tournament, you can fight, it's cool. But remember what your job is. Erase anything that can cause a problem. Any questions?
So something like Norman and his father.
See, erasing them, if we knew about them earlier, I would erase them earlier. The problem is I didn't. They challenge the status quo not because they challenge it for real. They challenge the status quo because they're actively trying to like create distrust in our country for no reason. Like my grandpa didn't even my grandpa didn't even know Norman's father existed. Of course, I feel like he would have. How much he loves family. Of course, he would have loved to know he had a brother, but he didn't.
Well, if they're going to create distrust in us, we should create distrust in them.
I like the way you think. I'll do more recon on him to see if there's any information I can get, and we'll figure it out later. For now, I would like you to meet all of you to meet each other because this might be the first time we've all met with the new group. Am I correct? And some people just start shaking their head like, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Thanks
And
for
then
being here.
yes. Yeah. So the shark man, like basically the shark man introduces himself. My name's Fang. I like to fight. I can make a mean risotto. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's the slime girl who like steps up. I'm Ari. It's a pleasure to meet you all. The only thing I can make is hot water. And yes, I'm happy to be here. Then then the dragon just looks at you all. He just says, "Break."
Was that brick or break?
Break.
Okay.
Rick Bones.
He sounds very straightforward.
Oh. Honestly, that's very good in a soldier.
But what does he know how to cook?
The blood of his
Just
enemies.
cook bricks?
Yeah. Odysseus. I mean, fuck myself. So yeah, Brick is just like, yeah, they just Brick, and then it was like, okay, that's a Brick. The teacup, the teacup person looks at you all. Yes, I am Windermere. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am a 5-star chef. I am adamantly trained under the best chefs in the world. I also know every torture tactic known to man. If you need information, I'll help you.
I guess he's
Wow.
upfront about it.
That could be useful later when we capture the Norman's father.
And then the person next to the person that's also like next to Gordon, she looks at you all and she just says, "My name is Calypso." This is what the snake woman says.
Calypso.
Oh, Twisted Metal flashbacks coming back.
Hello.
I'm gonna do a roll for Calypso actually.
Oh boy, is she about to fall in love with our daring weeby hero?
Him and his katana skills.
Why is it always me?
You're
You're
Kitsune,
the one
and
who's
that's
literally the
cool.
protagonist and has a katana.
Well,
Fate
this is-
has determined that you're gonna be a weeb whether you want to be or not.
Anyway, she's like, "So this is a fine." No, I'll be lying. This is a weird bunch you have here, Gordon. Just being honest.
I look around me, it's like, why are they all chefs?
Kitson, what do you know how to cook? Say something quick.
Yeah. As Hudson is also your turn to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Kitson. How do you do?
They all was like, "Hello, kids." Like you see Fang's waving like happily. Everyone else is
So we
just
know
like,
Fang's cool. That's good.
Ah, I've made a friend in Fang.
yeah. When Windemir just looks at you all, she's like, He's looking you up and down, Kitson. Let me make a roll for Windemir actually.
Oh no, Windemir's gonna catch on that Kitson doesn't know how to cook.
Oh no, he already knows that.
They all know.
Oh,
You're all bloody snatchers.
7.
a success.
Oh
For
boy.
him?
Mm. He looks at you. Windemir looks at you, and he's like, "Who's that?" Like most people, everyone else around you is confused, and because like they don't see anything, but Windemir's pointing at the other you, who's currently like leaning on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
At this point, I just say, just ignore it.
The other you is just like, they can't ignore me. Well, they can't see me. He can't ignore me. As he goes, struts over him.
Struts over a what?
He starts walking over to Windermere.
I sigh.
Like Windermere is just confused.
I have no idea what is going on with that. Some people can see it, some people can't. Him. Them.
You see as he walks up to Windermere, he's like, he says like, "You know, Windermere, you look lonely. I can fix that." As he's gonna roll charm. Windermere
So now
is
how
not
we have all these
is not impressed.
Not impressed at all.
I was gonna say, now we know how Kitson has his girlfriend that he never knew about, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe this isn't it.
Yeah, Windermere is just pushing him out the way. Again, no one else sees what's going on, so they just see Windermere pushing here, and they're just silently watching.
Apparently, I have a stand with negative Riz.
Windermere just looks at you like, do you have this thing under control?"
I have no idea if I can. I've tried, and it keeps acting out.
I'll look into this for you.
Let me know if you find anything out.
Yeah. As you all basically starts like to talk a bit, you find out a little bit about the people. Like, for example, like Ari's like, even though she's like terrible at cooking, so like the fact that she's here is crazy. Then you like, oh, like Fang is like really good at making like risotto and like pasta, but he lived on a boat most of his life, so like it's like, oh, how did you learn? And he was basically like, oh, I learned I learned by basically making pasta in the worst conditions known to man.
Fair enough. Though I now also just imagine him like, you know, on the boat, fishermen bring in their haul and give it to him, he throws it in a pot, and somehow, like, some perfect spaghetti comes out. It's like, wait, we gave you fish, how did you come out with spaghetti? I don't know. That's what I cook. You want some tomato
It's
sauce?
like
with that?
mash with cream puffs.
Yeah. Like, Brick doesn't say much. He's just here.
He's just vibing.
Maybe we can give him a musical instrument and see if he can play.
No. As you
Praise
ba-
it.
yeah. As you guys finish the meeting, like all you covered your bases. You know that basically, like, you can do whatever you want during the tournament, but like, watch out for anything that could cause like a PR scare, and make sure none of you are caught on camera doing anything.
So basic spy stuff.
Yeah. Give me a sharp roll.
Plus, double check my stats. Charm, sharp. 3, because no modifiers. 7.
You see a person that
Without the modifiers.
you see a person that has literally zero sense of direction.
Okay. What am I looking at?
Doria's family here?
Yeah, it's like a plant girl, zero sense of direction. She's very confused. She has like a dark hoodie with like purple like linings on it.
Hello?
The moment you say that, she puts the hood like all the way on to the point where you can't even see her face anymore. She turns around.
You appear to be lost. Do you need help?
I'm not lost. I know exactly where I'm going. And she looks at the map again.
Is the map held the right way up?
It is not.
Is it even the right map?
It is the right map. You realize she's looking like maybe there's like some oil or something wasted on it. She has the map fully like upside down and backwards.
Impressive.
I get her attention, grab the map, and realign it so she's looking at it correctly.
I didn't need your help. I could have done this by myself. And she like continues to look at the map. She's like, I'm on the opposite side of the building. Like,
I could guide you to where you need to go.
that would be appreciated.
Alright.
Like, she's just walking with you silently. Probably a bit of
Keep their hood up high enough, no one will know it's her needing help.
like that, right?
Yeah. So where do I take her?
You take her to like almost like a secret bunker like room, and the old person that opens the door is Faust, Gordon's older brother.
Hello.
Gibson, it's good to see you.
Faust, we should be okay.
Yes.
This here girl is looking for this area.
Yes. We had a meeting that was 30 minutes ago. She was late.
Oh, she was on the wrong side of the campus.
And she like tries to shut you up. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I helped her find her way over here.
Before you can even get that out, she tries to hit you. She's gonna gut check you.
Oh,
Full success. Yep, she just gut checks you the moment you try to start talking where she was.
Absolute sucker punch. And I'm sure it's just as subtle as she's been in general.
like just punch in the gut. We're fully in front of a Faust.
Yeah, Faust just like shaking his head. Anyway,
It's like, oh no, it's another one of those kinds of people.
Just, just come in. And she like goes into the room. She doesn't. She doesn't thank you.
I just shrugs like she must have been.
Give me
I knew she might be a little shy.
give me a cool or a sharp roll. You get different answers depending on what you roll.
Rolled a cool.
Man,
Something
we
to-
got the one critical success, and now everything since then has been right around 7.
There's something there's a sense of familiarity to her. So not the same as the other girl. Like, oh, this is past thing. This is one of those. No, this is a person that I should know, or someone that reminds me of something. Someone I should know.
I don't think we know anyone who would she would remind you of.
I looked at Faust, like, who was that?
Sorry, but that's classified for now.
Alright. Seems familiar.
Yeah, I bet. He laughs and closes the door.
Maybe like Syl? Or Wisteria? As I walk away.
At this point, we go over to Mimi. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, the two main things I would have planned is first off, chat with Antoine a little bit, see like, what do you think about the tournament? Should I join? And then otherwise, just work on some stuff. I've got my list of nonsense to try out, whether it's for the sake of surviving in general or specifically surviving the tournament.
So yeah, you get on a teleporter. You go to Antoine's house. As you're going to Antoine's house, like
Does it smell like a bakery?
it doesn't actually. It smells like nothing.
Huh.
And the moment you open the door,
Sure, everything will be fine.
you open the door, you see your mom sitting there, like laying on the living kitchen table.
Table.
Just
The worst part is I can't even say, wait, is that normal or is that weird?
no, that's weird. You know it's weird.
Okay.
Because here's the thing: you grew up with this, but also you've now realized since you've been away from your mom, no one else lays at the kitchen table or passes out random places.
Okay, so it's well, that was part of what I was asking. Is it normal for her?
It's normal for her.
Okay. You know, just give a wave. Hi, Mom.
Like, instead of getting up, he fully leans off the fucking table. Ollie, it's good to see you. It's a full ass backflip, and then starts walking backwards towards you.
And people wonder why I have been so unconcerned about all the voices in my head and the things I've seen.
Holly, what do you have on you right now?
Like, clothes or items or what?
Both.
Probably just regular casual clothes. I mean, I probably have like the necklace and the bag of holding just because why not keep that on my hips or whatever?
Yeah. Your mom hugs you.
Bag of holding, I can just have whatever the heck I want, really.
True. Yeah. So your mom hugs you, and then she grabs your bag of holding. You don't even realize she did it, and she starts looking through it. Well, what's all this?
Some of it's just stuff I've been working on. Some of it's camping supplies for when we went to the winter court.
Oh yeah, you did go to the winter court. That was Uncle Colonel, or Brother Colonel.
And this is the part where I have to double check. Wait, which one's that again?
The one that always got
Colonel
taken.
X.
Yeah, Colonel X.
Yep. I'll go with he's all right. He survived.
He always was a survivor.
Yeah. I also finally found out that he was the one who's been talking to me this whole time, so that's nice.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, well, with all the family members we have, hearing voices is kind of normal. It'd be weird if it wasn't a family
Exactly what
member.
I said to everyone when they thought it was weird.
And then you hear Antoine from upstairs. It is weird. No one else
You
does
were one of the
this.
ones in my head too.
I had help. That shouldn't be normal.
Well, it
I
is
can't
for
believe
me.
he's working in his head telling him these ideas for the campaigns.
Mom looks at you. She's like, "Oh, and you took the virus. It's good to see you. Honestly, you're different from when Mom was, but your grandmother. I mean, you're different from what she was, but honestly, seeing you with the same stuff is interesting." Right. So what did you come in?
Question is, well, I learned how to make such good meat pies as well.
Uh-oh.
Then your mom's like, well, the best way to do it is first you find like the most evilest, down dirty, depicted like despicable person. For some reason, their meat is always more tender. And then you hear Antoine come and like shut her up.
Like, okay, so we're gonna eat the choir, and that's how we'll win.
I second that.
Did you say the choir in front of Antoine and them?
I might mumble something about it, and like, it is how Kitson thinks we should deal with things, so...
As you mentioned the choir, your mom, like for the first time ever in your life, gets really stern. Mimi, Holly,
Oh
I'd
boy.
I'd appreciate it if you never, never try to fight the choir.
So we're not gonna talk about what happened with Colonel X, okay?
And she looks at you. Hey, what happened with Colonel?
I think the choir tried to take him, and yeah, I tried to not let him take him.
Like you see, as like she looks at Antoine and like Antoine's like, all right, like Antoine goes away really quick.
Uh-oh. I'm on my own.
Someone's in trouble.
In my defense, I didn't go looking for the choir came to us.
Yes, but I need you to explain to me. Did he try to immediately snatch Colonel, or was it like how was it? Was it like a trap that he laid and he tried to snatch Colonel, or was it just Colonel happened to get caught by himself?
We were fighting Captain Crunch, and then Colonel used his sacrifice attack, which didn't seem to work so well, and that's when the choir went for him.
So waited till he was weak.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Crunch the pirate.
Yes.
Oh, look, if destiny leads you to having to fight the choir, give it everything you have. But personally, as your mother, I would not want you fighting him. Even to this
I
day,
think that's fair.
yeah, even to this day, me and the other four horsemen have still not tracked him down. He pops up and disappears. It's irritating.
Quite frankly, I've been wondering how the closed portals to stop him from popping up so readily.
You have to figure out a way to cut the tether. The problem is, whatever tether he uses can't be cut by normal means.
Well, that's why we have to figure out the means, I suppose.
Right. Anyway, enough of that. Are you eating okay? And she's looking at you.
My first thought, honestly, is first off, we've got Syl, for whom eating well is mandatory.
Yeah.
Then we've got Wistoria, who has fruits aplenty in case I'm not eating healthy. And now we have Kitson, who's part of the warrior chef, so... I'm gonna go with, yeah, I'm eating once in a while, you know? I don't know if Stern can help with that, but who knows, maybe he makes great soup.
Hey, you're not gonna add meat to it, are you?
Hey, you're
It
cooking the
depends,
soup.
how are you making the soup?
What? Anyway, as you get done, like, talking with your mom,
Yeah.
Antoine eventually comes back, and he's followed by literally like a few other people. You see Antoine, then you see another person who was in your dream, probably one of your other uncles, is what you can guess.
Yeah.
And then you see Julius, current leader of Diamano, Julius, walking up.
Oh. I seem to have picked an important time to come here.
Yeah. And then your mom starts talking to them about what you talked about, while Antoine comes to talk to you. So, what did you come here for?
Uh, the visit and talk about the whole tournament thing, I don't know whether or not I should get involved.
Well, I mean, in layman's term, it's in your blood. Entering
I
this
was gonna say,
tournament.
it sounds important to the family, which is also another way of saying if what everyone else says is right, it's very dangerous.
Oh yes, no, it's very dangerous. This isn't. Yeah, these are essentially glorified fights to the death, but you come back to life.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But with some of the lovely people out there, I think I may need to prepare one way or another.
Right. But realistically, you don't have to enter if you don't want to. That being said, if you have anything to prove, if you want to know where you stand in the world, I would say enter.
Oh boy. Guess I certainly have to prove that I could survive whatever nonsense is happening.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. We entered a tournament similar to this.
Hmm.
Yeah, the horsemen, all four of us. The funniest thing is Julius lost. It looks over
Oof.
to Julius. He lost not even because he lost. He didn't lose because he actually lost. He lost because he destroyed the stadium. It was hilarious, actually.
You know what? Sounds about right. Sounds like a family thing to do. Now I'm just thinking about Taquito, like, boy howdy, you guys would have loved to see Taquito do his thing. I think he created and destroyed an arena in one fight.
Taquito. Yeah, we know him personally.
Hmm.
You say what?
And trying to remember, who was it that got thrown into a mountain? No, that was Tulo who was thrown into a mountain with Gordon or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was about to say, what did you say, Pop?
Your mic is messed up.
Probably. But yeah, basically, your uncle is just encouraging you, like, yeah, you should try it.
Hopefully, theoretically, it'll be, in some sense of the word, safe, given that there will be revival available.
Yeah. He's like,
Putting a lot of work in there, but...
yeah, he's just like, yeah, basically, you win by either knockout or just killing your opponent.
Eh. So figure out how to not get knocked out is the first step. especially with
I
Norman
have a
there.
massive advantage with one of my abilities.
And when he says knocked out, he doesn't mean put to sleep. No, he mean like KO knocked out, like as in like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So realistically, kids, all you gotta do is curve stomp him.
Like, I guess there's a question. Can multiple people win? Can we group up? Because I got a couple of other friends going there.
No, these are single eliminations.
Okay.
Well, not really eliminations. It's hard to explain. It's more like the
Again,
more,
ideally, no one will be permanently dead at the end of it.
yeah. Basically, the more wins you have, the easier things are.
Yeah.
Anyway, we eventually had like your mom comes to you and she says, "Oh, right, I forgot to give you your allowance." And you think like, okay, yeah, she's gonna give you some regular money. No, she pulls out this regalia, and she says, "Here's your allowance." And you see your uncle holding his bro.
Yeah, like, I don't know whether or not this is something that the shops at school will accept, but I don't know. Currency is weird. There's too many of them.
She looks at you. She's like, "What do you mean?" And then you watch Antoine's like, "Okay." Usually, whenever you give me bullshit to give him, I sell it and then give him the money. And then she looks at Antoine and she's like, "But why would you do that? It's expensive."
I think that's the point. It's a two-step process.
Your mom looks at you. I don't get it, but good for you, champ.
Look, I've worked with the shops a little bit. I think I know how to do it. Me and Antoine will figure it out. Make sure to give her a hug as thanks as well.
As you put this big ass regalia in your back holder.
Yeah, like, boy howdy, am I extra glad I have that now.
Yeah. Eventually, as you start to leave, like you actually see Kitson going towards the teleporter.
Oh, hey, Kitson.
Hello.
I guess we went to the same area.
Well, Antoine's house is like outside of the Capitol building, so.
Fair enough. Look, all I know is that's where Antoine lives. I don't know about what's around it, other than some nonsense that, Mom and all the grown-ups go to. I'm trying to survive school. I don't need to know about politics, please.
Yeah. As you guys like start walking towards the teleporter, like you say anything to each other?
Like, have a nice chat with your uncle.
Yeah, and a lot of other people were there too. It was pretty nice. Got to see Mom. Got my allowance, which was interesting, but...
I had a meeting with the team.
The chefs.
The chefs. I'm just gonna head back to the campus.
Did you cook anything good?
Huh?
Did you cook anything good?
We didn't cook anything at all. Oh, except for one guy who just made pasta out of, I don't know what he made it out of.
Raw determination, I guess.
You know what? I'm gonna head back to school, meet up with Matilda.
Sounds good.
As you guys like teleport back, Stern, what are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Wondering how the hell I got a hat on my head.
Well, this is the hat you wore from the ball. You said you were just gonna keep the hat.
Guess stylish.
Yeah.
Looking
Anyway,
around looking around freaking, trying to figure out more about Norman. or who we could potentially be talking to, because he brought up freaking Stern's grandmother and father.
That's true. Give me a sharp roll, actually.
Oh boy, I need to upgrade the sharp even more. And huh. That's right. I need to... Ah! Oh wait, it was live show.
I didn't even know where you rolled.
In Derpland.
Nowhere near here. Got it.
Crazy.
I don't even
Roll
see
what
that
number?
notification.
2d6?
Yeah, 2d6 plus sharp.
How sharp is the round? Ah, you forgot the space.
Between the R and the 2.
Yeah.
I'm a derp.
Oh, I
Mine
might.
is actually pretty sharp.
Okay, roll me 1d6.
Okay. Oops, that was a cap more.
I was about to say, oh god, a 3, and then I remembered, duh, he's rolling a 1d6. A 3 is actually the median, not bad.
So, you spend a lot of time with your parents. You know how things work in the world. You know where shady people are, how they behave, where they go. You know what information is. You can know where to get information. You know how to get information. You just never need to use these skills until that. As you end up going to like Diamano and just dropping off, kind of near whatever port city is near there, and you're just axing around like trying to figure out some information. You come across a few people that talk to you after you pestering them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like yeah, Norman's dad, like apparently he's the original leader of Little Garden's brother. Yeah, apparently they were just like separated at birth or something. I don't know how that works." And then you hear another rumor that's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, Norman. Technically, if Norman grew up in Diamano, he should have Hugo's position. Technically, that's how it should work, realistically." You hear another rumor like, "Well, they just came out of nowhere. Realistically, we know they're their family because of DNA, but I don't trust them. They're a little too violent for Diamano people." And you just hear like a bunch of rumors, basically.
Too violent for Diamano. Has that ever been said before?
Yeah, you can get
Now.
yeah, you pretty much get like it's less of like too violent, more like they're unnecessarily violent. Like
Yeah.
there's no point to what they do.
They point it in the wrong directions.
I just think soundly to myself. Out of nowhere. Distant relatives?
Almost like a slime that appeared out of nowhere when he was kidnapped by Dulo.
I think I've seen this trick before.
So yeah, he basically is, just doing, like, there's people just doing their thing and they're just leaving as you're getting this information.
Just hope they haven't already worked their magic on any of the Diamond family members.
Echo.
Like we might have a lot worse going on behind the scenes.
And then you hear behind you. Well, most of the Diamond members are fully immune to us. We've tried, though. As you turn around, you see your father leaning down towards you.
You always were one for Bloodsport, weren't you? Don't you even act surprised?
Yeah. Norman is a great find, though. Strong, reliable, battle ready. If I didn't know any better, I would say he's my son. But then again, you're a failure.
As you qualify it.
What is your deal? Why can't you can become a dragon as strong, as big as me, yet you're still sticking to this fragile, what was it, morality?
Isn't it morality that kept others at my side, whereas you drove everyone off in the end?
Look, you have to cull what is weak. Getting rid of sickness will never be the same as driving someone off, in my opinion.
Weak. I think you forgot how many human shields Zura took. For the mind control?
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato.
Don't worry, boy. Sooner or later, you'll be just like me. You'll get bored of this nice act. Just like I did. And he starts to wave you off as he turns around.
Just looks freaking furious and concerned, considering what it could mean. It might mean that friggin' his mother is not far off. Never.
As your dad fully walks off, you see a black inky portal open up, and he walks through it.
Just gasps. What do I do? If I say anything, well, they can't just let them run amok.
As Stern's there thinking about his choices, we head back to Wisteria. Currently, Wisteria, you're in your room. What are you doing today?
Currently, making some experiment with a couple of the fruits and all. Well, to recommend whatever they're doing, and see if I can make a very use from when the fruit grew eventually, specifically when I grew, make it come out to make it a very good effect for it. Hopefully, I still have to try it. Hello.
So, yeah, you pretty much have, if I remember correctly, with all the time that's passed, you should have at least 12 of every flower. So, yeah, if you eat the the petals of one of those flowers, you get different effects. If I remember correctly, the red flower protects against fire and also burn damage. The yellow one protects against. Yeah.
Oh, here. Okay, you can go.
Yeah. The red. Okay, yeah. The red flower gives you half damage to fire attacks, and you cannot be burned.
Did someone just explode in the background there?
Might have been my mic.
Yeah. So red, the red flower, half damage to fire and protect, like full protection against burn.
Mm-hmm.
The yellow one protects against paralyzation, and if you feed someone this, they won't be paralyzed.
Who is it too?
The green flower doubles your healing dice that you use for your fruits.
Double healing?
Yep. The new grayish brown flower you got from, where did you get that one from?
Sorry, it might be better not ask where she got things.
Oh yeah, no, you got that one from the Garden of Diamano. Yeah. And then you got then you got a blue one, yeah. So yeah, gray. The gray one is a bomb.
What's that you got with story there? A bomb! No!
Grenade
Yeah.
courtesy of friggin' Joker.
So instead of like healing, it just does straight damage. It is an actual grenade.
It's like that thing that Taquito almost gave us and then was like, actually, maybe I shouldn't give this to children.
He actually was gonna give it to Historia in the first place. It was just inevitable.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then the blue one, which you know what they do. You know these are frog flowers. If you crush them up, you can basically give like slightly mind control people. Which is like +5 to any charm roll, or seduce someone or manipulate someone.
Oh god, Flower Child trying to seduce people.
That being said, if you turn into a fruit, you actually get resistance against that.
Ooh.
So if you eat it, Wisteria, you can give someone resistance versus it.
Apparently now she's already immune to brainwashing, so
Good.
I have to others to resist that well.
I don't have to worry about a certain someone freaking turning her against us.
Flower Child is too strong, she just ignores them.
Well, two someones don't know about Norman.
Unfortunately, I think Norman's method is a little different.
Yeah.
That's why I need the jawbone of what is probably a god or something. It'll be fine.
Really, you should ask
Better ask Taquito to cut my arm off.
You could ask your mom. You know, the people who are like demigods. You could ask them where certain things were.
I guess that's where I'd at least say, like, well, I mean, I guess I could ask, like, hey, do you guys know how the resist whatever the hell Norman does? But I doubt I would know about the jawbone specifically.
Yeah.
But I guess that'll be something to do sooner or later when it's my round again.
Yeah. Anyway, as you're like basically like writing everything down, like getting all the information from these flowers, like you're like fully like doing this. You see like Fritter and like what was the other one? What is it?
I'm gonna write it for you. I'm gonna put it in one shot.
All right.
Live show is what we use, not one shot, but
Either way.
Metri.
Metri.
Fritter and Metri.
Yeah. You see Fritter and Matri, they're literally just doing an interpretive dance outside of your door for some reason, and then people are starting to gather around. Like at this point, they're just putting on a show.
Having fun. Having fun.
Yeah. Eventually, they get done, and then they come over and they show you everything they got, and they just have like a bunch of gnome food.
Let's go for you. You. You don't know what I'm saying. Seriously, that you're gonna hurt your tummy.
Fritter, like Matri is like, okay. Fritter is like, what do you mean?
Too much food? That doesn't exist.
Exactly. Matri has manners. Fritter doesn't.
Okay, but okay, just be careful. Oh, we're considering everything. We started thinking him isn't to worry about that. And she wasn't gonna take care of herself in that. And that plus by that she means stop when you gotta stop, and it's not she's not hurting. And you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Like Fritter, like the moment you look away, for like Fritter starts just stuffing his mouth and Matri hits him.
So what I'm hearing is, Mistora should really figure out how to grow fruit against, belly aches.
Probably.
Yeah, one of the easiest one. And
I keep trying to pay attention, but every now and then I just blank out. Like, oh wait, D&D.
peanuts are multiple options and very easy to grow besides that.
Yeah.
No, seriously, Wizard already has countermeasures in case of that.
That's fair.
When it comes to our mom, when it comes to the gnomes, she's already very prepared for that.
Yeah, that's fair. You probably do. Like, as your garden is getting bigger, like you see your other roommate. Like, if I remember correctly, his name was. Well, no, not Weevil. Like Weevil was the bee.
Is it the fabulous one, or?
Yeah, the fabulous one. I'm trying to remember his name.
I know we had the picture posted of him, but yeah, I forgot about if a name was.
I want to say Metaton, but I don't think it was Metaton. It's like that's. Why do I keep thinking of Metaton? That's clearly what he's based off of in my head.
Yeah, I just like it. The picture is there, but not the name.
Scroll.
Yeah.
His new name is Mario. Anyway, Mario.
Ask the Birdman about that, Tama.
Oh, he definitely ain't remember. He definitely don't remember. Anyway, as Mario comes in, he's like, "Oh my god, Astaria, your garden is amazing. It's fabulous. I've never seen anything like this."
Thanks. I work hard on that. I have a lot of projects.
That's you have a lot of flowers here. You have this. So this is the amount. That's
Wait,
interesting.
don't do that one. Don't do that one. Not that one. That one. Like, quickly, if you don't take care of it, and if you touch it too much, it can get a really bad effect for that.
Okay. Is this
Also stinks a little.
also is this flower yours? And you just see a flower with teeth.
It's fine, but don't worry. Anyone gets bugs.
And he touches it, and it's like a jar flower. And Wisteria. No, I don't know. Well, yeah, no one else knows this because they're not a plant monster. But jar flowers are delicacies of plant monsters. This is like the wagyu steak for plants.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just looking at it like, why do you have this creature here?
Right now.
Special shop project. Of course
Snacks? Wait, what? He looks at you like, what? What? Snacks?
Sorry about it. Okay. No, I just first of all, okay, he has to grow it. Hold on, hold on. It's like a supply of it. And get another snack. That's it. And eat them up. He got so excited when they were putting me so in the glass. That's good. And he grabbed his one and he was everything was so great.
Whatever floats your boat. And he gets immediately eaten by the flower.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna tackle it right now. Oh, tackling that one to make sure. Oh, what his name was?
You're supposed to be the
Deadpool
one eating
Eden.
people.
Yeah, give me a tough roll.
He's already won her.
Give me a
He's
tough.
already won him.
If was 30 did warn him. Give me a tough roll to try to get him out.
Live show? Oh, it was live show, right?
Yeah, life shot.
oh boy, we're gonna need a new roommate now.
You said tough?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Around this time, both Stern, Kitson, and Mimi eventually get here, and all as you all walk in like to Wisteria's room because like you all came through the back entrance, you immediately see Wisteria dragging Mario out of a giant jar, like a pitcher jar plant.
I guess we're gonna head on over and try to help her.
Wow. So you looked at the cool clothes. I'm basically harmless. Went to the room with not bug monsters, but no. But it's still very annoying. I'm getting ready for a while.
I would hardly call this harmless.
Mario's shaking. He's like, Mario's shaking like, what? Saw hell.
You're used to darkness. You weren't not so much. You were used to getting for a couple hours. It's annoying for the first few times, but after it's just boring. Alright, you wanna get covered more. As long as you're not a bug, you'll be fine.
All
Yeah.
I'm hearing is I think we know who has dibs on the shower first.
Yes.
Mario shaking.
To be fair, I
Like, yeah,
probably
we've
should
all
get
had
a
that
little, like,
moment with Wistoria's flowers, and quite frankly, Wistoria herself. It's okay.
I'm gonna just guide Mario to the bathroom. Like, it's alright, it's alright.
Eventually, as you're sitting there, Wisteria, you get like you see like a male person, like a bird, just flies in, and then hands you a package, and the package just it says like from Walter, and it's some more jar flower seeds.
Oh no. You're getting guards.
You really feel like it so much. Oh, you gotta see me something as well.
You knew
I
Logic
wonder
could
what
be
I
so
could
fun.
send them. Think about it. I'm gonna go think about that.
Your mic just fully killed you, Pop. I don't know what you just said.
Alright, sorry.
You're ascending.
Like it was like you kept getting higher and higher, and then your mic cut you off.
I'm sorry, I just talked very highly, sorry. Anyway. She just thought about a book she saw specifically about very specific activities unknown that may or may not be real or not, but I don't know. She's knowing Boulder already has it not, but does. But she's really nice because she found it the other day. And it was her, she's more about plants and anything. She found it the other day. She's gonna go see if she can find a new copy of it. And for Walter.
You keep
Right.
like just
He might already have one, but yeah, I pay attention that he's a good, very good friend. And he really likes him.
All right, that means you want to go to the market to get a book.
Gotta
Yeah.
see if they have it.
Yeah.
have it. Well, it's fun. Not to find something about those.
All right. Yeah, give me a. Would this be a cool roll or a sharp roll?
I'm gonna go with sharp.
Okay.
5.
So yeah, I would say that you, as far as you can tell, don't see any like books about plants here in the market. In fact, you don't even see a no knowledge on. Here's the thing: knowledge on plants, gnomes, everything. You don't see any book on those. Like as far as you know, actually, you don't even see a book salesman. That's weird.
Where are all the books? What store are you in? The soup store. Why are you looking for books at the soup store?
Oh, they're out. They're not this time. Maybe I should just writing about somebody and we're good up to. That would make him smile a little bit more. Oh, maybe because I'm not doing as well. Maybe you're surprised. Or no way, flowering breads. That could be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you want
she's
to?
gone in second.
Yeah, you want to buy all the ingredients for that stuff. All right. I would say.
Maybe I'm thinking about something else. This little super cake recipe. That I was thinking of sending.
The super. Wait, you said the super cake recipe?
Yeah, I have it for a while now.
Yeah, you
ever
do.
since I got the Acrylic.
Forgot about that. You have that.
Yeah, I have it the whole time.
You just have the super cake recipe. That's. Oh, God.
Oh boy.
That's going to bite me back in the ass later on, but okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
These days I get worried.
That one is fully covered ham.
Yeah, it's a piece of cake that fully recovers hard. Yeah. So yeah, are you gonna make him a super cake, or are you gonna just give him the recipe?
Making one shouldn't be that hard. I think I'll try that one for a while now.
That's it. Okay.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Wisteria, what is your charm stat?
2.
Okay. Okay, so you're average. Okay, that's good. That's good. Because this would be damn near impossible. I'm gonna say it would cost around. What currency do the Wisteria use? Does she have? Caps.
Do you need some golden regalia to help fund this?
The only
Okay.
thing I need is forbidden roots, 2 nomex, 1 milk, 1 sugar, 1 flour, and 1 great gnome extract. Let's chef that.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking at there's a lot of currencies, so I made a calculator for him.
I mean, that is absolutely fair.
Okay, so. Alright. Yeah. That would be 250 cats.
Oh yeah, no, I have more than enough. I have like 971 because, as is well known, Wisteria rarely uses money. Very rarely, once in a blue moon.
With cramp.
Oh god, your mom is probably worried. Sick. She's like, Wisteria hasn't bought anything. Is she okay? Your dad's like, oh,
It
she.
turns out Wisteria has just been growing everything this whole time. She's rather self-sufficient.
Your dad's like,
Wouldn't that
because
be even better? Like, not only has Wisteria not not spent anything, if anything, she has even more money now by growing people flowers and fruits.
yeah, probably
She can open up her own flower shop.
she can
No,
actually.
I know what she's gonna do next.
Yeah, like she can just open a flower shop technically.
I mean, heck, we've got enough room in this house for it probably, and if we don't, we can fund the construction.
Look, most literally, Wisteria's entire room is a garden.
Yeah, just
Well,
next
see,
week somehow
don't-
saying market shops like selling flowers.
Please don't become
the
a
thing is,
gardener.
we don't want to let people into her room because we saw what happened to our last roommate. We don't need to go find another one so soon.
That's fair. Anyway, yeah, you get everything Wisteria. You go back to the house. Then you realize, like, no, for some reason, the kitchen is in the other side of the house, the side that I can't fit in. They should have made a handy, accessible kitchen for you.
Weird.
Then you're like, I want you to give me a cool or sharp roll.
Okay, gonna use it. Cool. I mean, sharp.
Nine.
You look over at the wall of your room. There's like a panel there with buttons. There's a few like buttons. It says there's the regular button for like your regular room right now. Then there's a button room for like a sunroof, a room for like button for rainy season, and then a kitchen button.
Where's the big red button?
Wherefore? Thanks a lot. Ooh, rain button. No, later. That one later. You can first rain later.
It's not raining right now, probably. Maybe if you ask someone nicely.
Anyway, you press the kitchen button, and then it immediately makes like a kitchenette area that's big enough for you and fits like your people. Like it comes out of the ground like an empty spot.
Meanwhile, the rest of us hear like all this rumbling coming from Wistoria's room, and we're like,
Yeah,
probably
rumble.
nothing.
Not just rumbling, like whirring of machines and gears moving. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Everyone, are we about to see the whole academy go airborne?
Again.
Look, the builders are paid very well for their time.
Shouldn't it be coming from all around us then? Should we check on Wisteria again?
Wisteria,
She's fine, probably, maybe.
give me a charm roll to make this cake.
Wait, sorry, I've never done it. I've never baked before, but never too late to try.
Yeah, why start easy when you could start immediately with the super cake?
8.
As far as you know, Wisteria, you think you made it right.
And then you said, oh, I think it's not right for the first time. What? It was fun making this. I'm maybe a little bit bored, but that's not too bad for a first try. I hope Pastor liked it. I like Walter. I hope he really likes it. Ooh, that's pretty good. Are you ready? Yeah. Alright. Yo, over here in Madrid too?
Marjorie and Fritter, Marjorie and Fritter are just there. Like Fritter looks at it, he's like, he just doesn't care. Marjorie, however, like starts like licking the frosting.
We're sorry, yeah, that's very nice. But who wanted on my Annie? But that's really liked it. She's right. He bought mine.
Like, yeah. So yeah, I guess you get a package ready, like package it up, and now you're thinking like you're realizing you have no idea how to contact the birds to deliver your message.
Maybe if you like raise a flag.
Maybe Holly? They have a big family, right? Yeah, Holly. I'm gonna ask Holly.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You just knock on Holly's door.
Hey,
That's
Holly.
all they need for.
Yeah.
Holly?
Time.
Holly. Yeah.
You know where the messenger birds are? I'm gonna send a packet to Walter.
Would I actually know that? I don't know if I've interacted with the mail much myself.
You would know this because of how your mother everybody receives letters. You would know
Okay.
that the best way to explain it is you would know that you just have to go outside and just hope one comes by and they somehow do.
Fair enough. So I guess I'll tell a story like you get to do your favorite thing to contact them. You get to go outside and look up in the sky.
Thanks, Holly. I gotta go now. There
I'll
you
go out with her. I think that just help make sure everything goes right.
Yeah, we don't want another motor charger on our hands.
I'll go with her too.
You just have started holding on top of their head the package, waiting for a bear to notice.
It's something they can read the reactions. I guess the Walters.
Yeah, the moment you do that, like you wait for a few seconds and then a bird flies by, they grab it, look at the package, Walter, and then they fly off.
Should we be
All I can
worried?
imagine now is
Yeah.
during Christmas time, Wistoria doing the same thing, but just write Santa on it as well.
Sir Beast.
Seems fitting.
I guess, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so you just send the package off, Sarah.
I hope Walter likes it. Okay, back to Miss Harris.
Now the question is, did we make sure that Fritters wasn't in the package before we sent it?
Yeah, because when you turn around, you see Fritter in the cake batter.
Okay.
Yeah, Wisteria's kitchen is a mess. To let you all know.
Oh boy. Do I dare volunteer the help?
And this is what still
Victoria,
cooks.
or
Technically, I think I could literally clean it up all at once.
You can.
Just extend a bunch of pseudopods.
You
She's
can.
gonna clean it up hurry up because as soon as Victoria gets there, she's gonna experiment with the rain setting.
There's a couple plants she's wanting to try out how
oh boy.
growing. Think that only growing in rainy forests and the like. And her own might good. Huh? She thinks
Yeah.
gonna make it growing them even easier and faster.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's two settings. One is rain inside, rain outside.
Oh, don't get the rain out.
Oh, yeah. I just remembered something for talk to Holly.
Hmm?
The one who created the these magic future seeing marbles. How do we contact them?
Quite frankly, pretty similar to contacting the mailman. Just kind of request him to show up. Ask like, hey, Saber, got a friend who wants to see you. Whenever you've got time. I guess he's
That's
got
why
a
his
lot
name
of
was
time.
Saber.
But... Yeah.
It's
I was out of character. I just blinked on that
Yeah.
because
We've got a lot of names to
I
know.
want him to be here just to be sure.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys just go back in the house. Stern just cleans up Wisteria's kitchen with little effort.
Like,
Uh,
he just wanted to try some of that cake, I think.
Either way.
Well, yes, aside from that. That, and also we'd have to worry about Fritter being everywhere.
He's already everywhere.
It's already. This is his house. He can go wherever he wants. Anyway.
Just we watch as Fritter desperately tries to lick up a little more frosting before Stern gets it.
Yeah.
Who are fighting over it.
No, Matri will fight over the frosting. Fritter just wants the cake
boy.
batter.
Fair enough.
Well, to be fair, cake batter and frosting is very good.
I never was good with pets.
Good. I will do that.
Right? As you guys,
I will fight over cake frosting, and especially cake batter. Or just any kind of batter.
as you guys pretty much like go like to your roofs and everything, you guys are all with each other. Like some of you are either in the stair room with the door open, like just chilling with in the common area.
Just chatting.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the moment where you say, and then you look over and Saber's sleeping on the couch.
No.
Probably there all the time.
That's Saber for you.
Yeah, no. No matter how much you want Saber to come, he isn't here actually.
Huh. There's a 50-50 chance of that being completely normal or very worrying, and we'll find out one way or another.
I'm sure we'll learn. Again, it's not a question that needs answering immediately. It's just something I just prefer to have him here to clarifications.
Yeah.
It'll show up sooner or later, probably, maybe.
Yeah. Eventually, you start hearing someone like come through Asteria's door, and it's the headmaster.
Hello, headmistress.
And then Saber's like closely behind her.
Oh boy, was Saber one of the people not allowed on campus? I forgot.
Excuse me, Mr. Day. Excuse me, Holly. I know you want your family to visit us. That's fine. We do not like
But
time
I
travel.
forgot about the thing, didn't I?
Yeah, he has to. First things first, he has to get permission to enter here. In general,
Yep, forgot about that.
before he starts doing time shenanigans, or else you're gonna fall in the ocean.
To meet outside campus.
Or else you're gonna fall in the ocean again. As he look, it's like you realize Saber's soaking wet.
Oh dear.
Again, we could have just picked somewhere outside of the just campus to meet up.
And then Saber's like, that would have been better. I didn't know I was gonna be here either.
I guess that's good to know in a relatively safe-ish manner that we need to be a little more careful about when and where we ask you to show up.
Yeah. You also see like, give me a sharp or a soul roll, Kitson.
Okay, let you. Let's check my stat once again. 7.
Tamer has like a gash or almost like a hole like near his side. You see a little bit of blood coming out of it, but like no one else sees it.
I'm gonna walk over and like examine the gash. Like, are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just a flesh wound.
You're bleeding.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I turned to Polly. Like, your family is insane.
A lot of people tell me that. I don't get it.
And then like Saber pats you on the shoulder. In some futures, you become part of our family. You're gonna have to learn to deal with this.
Wait, aren't I already part of the family?
He's talking to Kitson.
Oh.
He's a part of some family. He's bro.
Right. Since you're here, I have a quick question. The time seeing marble you gave us, it can see past, future, and present, right?
Hey, what did you say?
The time seeing marble, it sees past, future, and present, right? Depending on what you want to see.
Yes.
So if I try to focus on a time like before I was born,
It should work, theoretically.
would you allow me to test this theory right now?
Yes.
Need to pay him in super cake while we're at it.
Well, you don't really need me to test it. You already have marbles.
Then I'm gonna test it.
Alright. Look, I guess
Do you
you,
have any?
do you just want me to be
Depends on who
here?
has them still, but
Yeah, I think the people that have marbles are Stern and Wisteria.
yeah. So you'd have to ask one of them for theirs.
I thought I had a spare, didn't I? Because he made a new one, and I still had the one from original.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That did happen.
Forgot about that. Yep. Yeah.
At the end of the session, Stern might wind up using that marble.
Yeah.
See a potential.
Yeah,
of-
as we've already determined by bringing Saber here already, we kind of don't know exactly what we're doing with time travel and all that stuff, so having
let's go ahead.
supervision is useful.
Just crush the marble and just focus on the time before I was born.
Yeah.
In my past.
As everyone who here is here, including the headmaster, you're in the middle of
We
a...
asked the headmaster if they wanted to be part of this first. I guess they'll get to see.
Yeah, they're just going to see now. You're in the middle of a desert.
Oh.
As currently...
Looking around.
Yep, as currently in the middle of a desert, in the middle of a sandstorm, you see the headmaster, like at least half her fucking age. Like she's way, way younger.
Well, that raises some questions.
And she's in the desert.
Headmaster's here.
And she's in the desert, like she's like breathing hard. She's like heavily injured. And she's like screaming obscenities at this figure who's just like this big, bulky figure. You can't really see him as much since like there's sandstorms happening, but he's just standing over her and he's like, I don't even remember you. The day we met, it might have been the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
And then he puts his hands up and he starts like charging like this like cane blast. This energy in his hand. And then you all see a portal open up behind him. Black chains, a dimension of black chains and rattling as they start circling around his hands. His hands, legs, feet, like nuts. And just pulling him in. And as he's fighting his way through it, he gets like snatched into this dark dimension. As you all are there, you watch as he gets flung through this dimension, as he's put inside of a jail cell, as he's like strung up against the wall, and you all just see like a slime person comes around. He's like, "Well, we have a new prisoner. Tell me, what was your name again?" As he flips through it, right, you're a scholar, Kitson. That's what a vision ends.
Okay. Personally, I was hoping to find out about my parents. I say out loud.
And also, maybe step one, we need to be slightly more careful with time magic again.
Okay.
Yeah, you look at Saber, he's like, what the fuck was that?
all trying to focus on my past.
To be fair, I think that could be a little unreliable sometimes, but maybe I just suck at this as well.
Yeah, I'm like, you see Saber starts going towards.
Not here, but Kitchen's a friend, so I don't care. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna try something with the rain setting. So if you don't want to get wet, just party out. Just saying.
Oh boy.
While this vision is staring, it goes over and presses the rain button.
In the middle of an important scene.
He presses the rain button. And it's like seething rainforest as it comes over, and it's like the fucking sprinklers come off.
We're all just looking over at Wisteria. It's like, lower drop and just suddenly, boop, rain.
And then the headmaster's
Yeah,
like,
doesn't really care.
the headmaster's like, well, we are in her room.
Wait,
Stern's
Kitchen's
not
our
getting
friend.
hit by the water, is he?
Great friend, so who cares who used to be or whatever that was? And all that. As long as Kitchen's their friend, everything's fine.
Yeah.
She just Kitchen's good.
Yeah.
That's the flower child for you.
Yeah, Saber, as you all start going towards the living room, and Stern is trying to get into the wall before it starts growing. Like, basically,
I might break the dorm.
you made a slime,
Oh,
just
that's
put...
that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
slip in through any cracks.
Yeah. Saber eventually is like, okay, so you have to focus on particularly what you're doing, or else it's just going to show you any part of your past. The problem is, as far as I can tell, you don't have a past life, so what the hell was that?
I have a question for the headmistress here.
Like, she's just been silent.
And again, it's like, since I don't have a past life, I figure I'd see something about where my egg came from.
The headmaster just isn't saying anything. And as Saber is looking at that, he's thinking about something. He thought about something, and now he's just looking at the headmaster like, what the fuck are you? But then he's like, you know what? No. He makes another time pearl and was like, okay, now focus on your egg. Try that particular.
I take the marble and just actually focus on my egg this time before crushing it.
Yeah, focus a little harder. Once again, I've learned that you need to be very careful with this.
Yeah. As you all go back in time, like, Wisteria, if you want to be in this vision, you can be.
Nah, Victoria's too busy experimenting with the race settings.
That's
Victoria's being
that's fair.
Victoria, don't worry about it.
That's fair.
Next to him over there's a hurricane.
Yeah. Like, anyway, you guys are on, like, an airship. Currently,
Oh, boy.
there's just like a fox person, like, literally just holding an egg. It's clearly, you can tell it's clearly it's his egg. Yeah.
Apparently, that's my parent.
Yeah. And it's just a beautiful woman. And as she's there, like, she's just there, like, clearly, like, there's another woman with her, and they're all just looking at your egg, and they're just, like, admiring it. There's, like, a person crying on, like, the other pew next to her, like, in a,
I'm
like,
gonna look next to you over.
you see, like, a demon woman, like a fiendish woman, and she's like one eye, clearly, like, distraught about something, and she's holding her own egg.
Okay. I will bet. Oh, I'll
Oh,
bet
totally sorry, he's like us.
Abyssal's egg.
If you look at the egg, it is a fiendish like egg, so it could be Syl's egg. You've never actually seen it, so you don't know. But as she's like crying,
Still, what their egg looks like.
yeah, as you're crying, as she's crying, she's like your mother eventually like gets up and goes to talk to her, and she's like just starts like just kind of trauma dumping, and she's like, no, because like our like family said like I'm just like a lowborn or something, and I shouldn't have an egg, and that I'm bringing disgrace to the family. But these are my kids, and I'm gonna raise them however I want to. And they're just basically like going off of, like on this like tangent, while your mother is like patting her on the back.
I'm deeply invested in this story, like in game, like just
Yeah.
paying attention to what's going on.
Eh.
Yeah. As you like, the woman starts to introduce herself, and then your mom introduces herself as Karen. You hear all the like monitors on like the airship turn off and then turn back on with like this weird logo, kind of like a snake eating itself logo,
Ouroboros.
and it's and then you hear a voice coming from it. Well, this has been fun, but I'll have to get rid of you. You honestly were a thorn in my side this entire time. So I'm just gonna make it like an accident. A freak accident. Anyway, ta-ta loser. As you start hearing like almost like warning sounds start popping up, and the demon lady's like, what have you done? As the plane explodes. Both
Boom.
both women use their entire body to like shield their eggs until the eggs eventually survive the explosion, but are sent to like separate, like flying, like a debris.
There they go.
Now that seemed like something that was important.
Certainly one of the first questions is, do we know any of those people? Do we recognize them at all? Or does it... Well, we wouldn't, but does anyone else know them?
Saber? Sable?
Yeah, Saber looks at him like, if I remember correctly, they looked at like a one of the nobles of your toll. I have to remember their actual name. I'm not too much into the whole like high society. Okay, which one were they?
Might have to go back and ask my family again then, since they know at least a couple of nobility, or Wistoria's family for that matter.
I was more interested in the Ouroboros symbol there.
Oh, I've never seen that.
That's always comforting when people say that they've never seen it, because that means it's bad.
Were there any airship explosions before we were born? Like-
Specifically ones that apparently were accidents.
Yes. There was one that happened that killed two nobles. Think
That
yeah.
gives us an idea of where to look.
Hold on, let me get the names of the nobles real quick for you.
Just gonna imagine Saber just digging through a bag.
Yeah, he's getting the names. He's like, yeah, Domina was killed. Yeah, Domina is Stolo. And another noble. Ah, Luis Adwin. Ardwin.
Arduin.
I know, yeah, didn't, I might be getting things mixed up with who I'm thinking of. I think I was, well, no, wait, that would be relevant. We've talked to Gordon and Syl a little bit about who her parent might be. Do we recognize either of those names from that, or?
Yes, actually. Yeah. Literally, Domina was one of the names that came up.
And that will be something to talk to, well, Gordon and Syl about when the time comes.
That, indeed. As well as, Syl's father.
Yeah, I always try and remember, like, wait, no, it's not Gordon who's her father, it's that other guy.
Gordon's technically her cousin.
He's only wrapped up in there because he kind of got stuck with dealing with her.
How about you, Hidden Mistress? Did you recognize that symbol?
Yeah, she's still here. Have we we didn't even give her a chance to, like, hey, do you want to, like, leave before you get dragged into the past again?
Oh, no, she
Oh,
left.
no, I'm past. Okay.
She left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She probably left the moment you guys took your eyes off her.
Fair enough. It sounds like she kind of got dragged to a, maybe slightly traumatic period in her life without without any warning on anyone's side, but still.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hope this doesn't affect our grades.
Those three class. Why do we have all negative Z's?
How do you get a negative Z?
Exactly.
I'm the only one of us that takes history class. How did you guys fail it too?
And all this happens, Saber gets ready to leave. He's like, well, that's it. That was an interesting one. Oh, yeah. Stern.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Are you going to participate in the tournament?
I guess so.
You are? Okay. Here. And he throws something towards you. It's a box. It's just a box. And he says, yeah, just gonna let you know this right now. In every future I've seen, you die.
That's not assuring.
Yeah. So I decided to intervene. I decided to intervene for one reason. It's weird that every future you're in, you die. It's like someone's steering the world towards that future. Which means you're obviously a thorn in someone's side.
Maybe even a thorn in my own. Apollyon no one wants around.
So, keep this closed until you get to the tournament. The thing in there is very important, but it would change if you know about it. You could change the future right now.
Keep it closed until I get into the tournament.
Yep.
Why?
Simple. Once you get into the tournament, you'll see what it is. You might not know what it is, but you'll see what it is. And you'll use it when you need to use it. My recommendation, don't evolve it to stage 2. At all. You're going to need your strength.
Oh, it's a bell.
Oh no, it's not Bell. And again, stop guessing. If he knows what it is, it'll change the future.
I said that as a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Why exactly are you doing this?
Simple. When Schwartz died, when all the events were happening, someone was messing with the timeline. I couldn't stop them because I couldn't see them. So I've learned to pick up on their patterns. And if their patterns are fucking with you, they're planning on doing some bullshit. Now, I don't know how you all feel, but I'd rather not have my nephew in the middle of a meteor strike again. Nephew, niece, like he looks at Holly.
Nice. That did hurt.
Again, you could have gone ghoulish.
When a meteor is heading towards your face, you forget some things.
Or just thinks, like, in his head, not out loud. Or I'm being forced into doing it myself.
By the way, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know your deal. I can already tell that you weren't born anywhere on any of our continents that we know of. But,
Who are you talking to?
Right?
she's on the start.
Okay.
But,
Dulo just kind of kidnapped him out of the forest and made him a student, and that
Oh.
was that.
okay, that's questionable, and maybe we should talk to some authorities, but otherwise, look, as long as you're real with your friends, you all can get over anything. That being said, if there's something that's very important that you probably shouldn't talk to them about, find someone you can, so they can at least have your back when shit hits the fan.
I wish he was here.
As Tamer starts to leave, he's like, "See you all later."
Later,
Let's just-
sooner or later.
Outside campus.
Yeah.
Like
He instead of going like through Wisteria's room, he just teleports to the other side to make sure he's out of the rain.
Hey, I just realized something. I don't think Visora even knows about the tournament yet. She just thinks she going.
Yeah, actually.
I don't think she knows at all.
Wait, I just realized. Wisteria, do you think Wisteria keeps her back door open or closed?
I'll be honest, I don't think Visora even knows also about which way the door is. Most of the time, she just assumes. She just has a feeling which way she wants to go, and there she goes.
You know what? That's
I
fair.
think the answer is yes. The door is open to let in more light and air.
Which is like, oh yeah, this is beautiful. Aren't you worried about someone robbing you? Wisteria looks at the jar plant in the corner. No.
Engage for him.
We have to check the plant at the end of every day and submit a report.
A few students came in and got in one time.
You know, when the male bird was coming, I was so worried about what was gonna happen to that bird.
Fair.
There's probably a few cents lost in the forest that is Wisteria's room.
As you guys like,
Every once in a while, like Matry or Fritter have to guide them out.
yeah. So you guys are like getting like things ready. You all find out they're like, oh yeah, all of your mentors are supposed to be coming to meet you before the tournament. Like
Oh boy.
you've had over the time you spent, you've had like a few times with your mentors. Like, for example, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, none of you picked a mentor besides Wisteria already. Yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, she's the only one who really had that.
Yeah, so technically,
The rest of us were meant to get their messages. Oh yeah, yeah.
The fruits and the flowers. I can't wait to show him.
yeah, he's probably been here. Yeah, he's now not using his fake name. He's just gonna you can just call him Julius now because he's not allowed to use his fake name while he's the leader. Yeah, and as you all like get your mentor letters, who wants to open their mentor letters? Because Wisteria already has hers.
Might as well.
Mentor ladder.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Stern has one, Kitson has three, and Holly has two.
Hmm.
Should I be expecting Dulo to be freaking on that litter?
Yes, Dulo.
Buff Sands!
Anyway, who's opening their letter?
Might as well.
Who is?
I think all of us are.
Okay, Kitson. Okay, let's go with Kitson first. You have three letters: a white one, a red one, and a black one.
Are we only allowed to open one?
Oh no, you can open all three, but you have to choose which ones you're opening first.
Oh, the red one first.
All right. As you open the like bright red letter, it's a letter like pinned in fucking gold. Hold on. Yeah, so it's a letter pinned and like dipped in pin like in gold, and it's like it smells like a mixture between like peppermint and like how should I say? It's peppermint and like cinnamon.
Peppermint and cinnamon?
Yeah.
Guess your mentor is Christmas. Oh boy, Santa's here.
Yay!
You start to smell the like look at the letter and read it, right? You see that it's like from Grimmery's royal family. Shishui has taken an interest in you. Prince Shishui. You look and it's like basically explaining like, oh yeah, he likes the fact that you use a sword. He's interested in actually fully training you in swordsmanship.
Alright.
Do you look up any information on Shisui?
Yeah, I'll probably be for the best because I don't best to know what I'm getting into before I make a selection.
Yeah. As you look up Shisui, you find his name on like several like warrants and crime things, as he's classified as the third generation delinquent trio of fire.
Sounds like Kit's in
Oh, boy.
good hands.
Do you actually read all the delinquent trios?
Yes.
Yeah. If you read the first,
The FBI to our house.
yeah, if you read the first delinquent trio, it's literally Shisui von Vale. Then it's Venti Diomano, and then it's damn, what was his name? Meruem Illumi. Then there's the delinquent, yeah. Then there's the delinquent trio right above them, which is second generation, which is actually Hanako von Vale, the current queen, and Shisui's older sister. Then a familiar face, because you just went to his funeral, Swart Diamano.
Fitting.
And another person you've met at Swart's funeral, Mimsy.
Oh boy.
And her full name is Mimsy Bloodsun. And then you see as the original delinquent trio, which is Tonio Jr. Delmano, Schwartz's father, Skipper Bloodson, Mimsy's father, and Victor Von Vale, both Shisui and Hanako's father.
Ooh.
And you
So I
notice,
did a research.
all three of them use swords. Like Hanako, Shisui, and Victor, all of them use swords.
Guess they've got a bit of a pattern going.
Okay, that's a start. I'm gonna read the second letter, the white one.
Okay. You get the white one, and it's literally some guy's like, yeah, I seen you at the winter court. Realistically, you were really good at fighting, but I thought you could be better. You're not that competent, but we can make you competent. And it's like an inspirational speech going down to where you read, and it somehow ends with like, believe in me that believes in you that helps you train.
I don't know why, but I feel like I've been insulted.
And
There's a 50-50 shot that it's like insulting, or it's like the papyrus kind of inspiration of like, with my help, I'll train you to be at least my second. You'll be almost as good as me, and we'll be awesome together.
yeah, and his name is just Garlic.
Ew.
I mean,
Yeah.
you are part of the
I
chef.
wonder what his son's
so you
name
could use
is.
some garlic.
You say what?
I
What
wonder
is-
what his son's name is.
I'm gonna say Pepperoni Junior.
Perfect. Now I'm hungry.
That's fair.
You and me both. Since someone brought up steak.
And finally, I read the last letter.
As you pick up the black letter, like the jet black letter, you pick it up, you start to read it, and it's like, it's been a while, Kitson. I don't really have time to explain, but we know each other. I'd appreciate you coming to see me.
That's all that is?
Yep. And it says from K.
I have no idea what any of this means on this last letter.
None at all.
It sounds usual, sounds about right. That's what my family does when they want to see me too.
Okay. I'm not even sure if this last one's even a mentorship letter.
It doesn't have any significant like signias on it or anything. It could have just been a letter that was supposed to go to you, but you can't.
So I'm gonna set that one aside for okay, I'm gonna have to. That's something I'm future to do in the
That's a
future.
problem for future me to deal with.
No, that's just something I gotta do in the future. More task on task. And I look at the what actually might be 2 letters is okay. I'm gonna go with the least insulting one with the Sisui.
Yeah, Shisui. As you get his letter, you basically start writing a letter back of acknowledgement. You just send to like your headmaster and everybody else.
Right.
Next, it's Holly. You have 2 letters.
Oh boy.
You have a black letter with like gold writing, and you have a blue letter with silver writing.
I get the feeling I should probably expect the letter I got.
I guess let's open the black one first, since that's the one on top of the pile.
It's a letter from Colonel.
Oh. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but...
Yeah. Yeah, he's offering to be your
No,
mentor.
he can talk to me in my head, but I
Yeah,
guess
well,
that
he
the
needs.
letter is the formal way to do this.
Yeah, like he needs a formal letter for this to be a thing.
Yep. You can't just like say, "Yo, you want to go with me in my head?" and then I go to the headmistress and say, "Yeah, my uncle talked to me in my head and said I could go with him, so that we're cool, right? That works."
Yeah, like you see how that sounds.
It sounds
Yeah.
great to me. That's just how we do it in my family.
Also, I'm pretty sure the headmistress isn't in any right mindset to deal with people right now.
After having the fish saber out of the sea, why would she? How could she possibly be annoyed at all with this family?
That and seeing a piece of her past from me looking at my past.
It's fine, probably, maybe. So if I fail history class, I'm gonna blame you.
Why should I expect the freaking letter to potentially say, I'll be watching in fancy writing and see a certain someone freaking watching?
Just staring through the window.
Anyway. Anyway, for you're done reading the black letter. Do you want to read the blue one?
Of course.
All right. As you read the blue one, and it's like your aunt Julith, and then there's like another letter inside, and then there's another letter inside from your uncle Miles, her brother. Like Julith was like, come work on my ship, be my first mate, learn from me. Miles was like, do not go with her. Come to my island, and I'll be your mentor. Do not learn from this actual criminal.
Meanwhile,
I go with Julith, then I could meet Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Doc.
You can.
I also love that it specifically says duplicate Margaret Pirate Lord above them, so, that's the family for you. Going in two directions.
Yeah, no, it's just supposed to show like this is like also their daughter.
You say that, but it's one of those things where it's like, it says duplicate. Does that just mean it's in two spots, or are there two of them?
No, if it says it's two
two
spots. 2 spots. Even if it says duplicate, it's for 2 spots.
I don't know. There could be 2 Margaret Pirate Lords.
Trust me, there isn't.
I don't know if I trust you.
Anyway.
All we know is that, 2 of us could go be apprenticed to criminals now, so that ought to be fun.
Technically, Hisui is a criminal outside of his country.
Just depends on what country you're in.
So technically, Holly had 3 letters, but one of them was stuff instead of another letter.
Yeah. You can guess who hijacked whose letter. I was like, you can guess who hijacked whose letter, and it was clear like, oh yeah, this is a blue letter that was a bit for from the cop, and then it's like, nope, the other one put their letter inside, and he had to make a ding his letter.
Oh, I figured it was the other way around. Of this Julius was like, hell yeah, come join my ship, and Miles just shoved it in there to be like, please God, don't. Either way, I feel like I might have some more family talks to go to.
Well, if you join the pirates, just be careful out there.
We could go avenge Captain Crunch together.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that's the wrong pirate group.
Wrong pirate group. Fully opposite pirate group.
Darned. Fair enough. I guess not all pirates are part of the same pirate crew. That makes sense.
If I'm understanding this correctly, they're rivals or enemies or something.
You know how pirate lords work in One Piece? Kind of like that. They meet each other, they fight, But after they get done fighting, they just all drink together.
Fair enough.
So we go find Captain Crunch so that we can save him from the choir so that we can beat each other up like the good old days.
Oh,
And technically speaking, he's not the captain of his crew.
he's not. He's kind of like, was he the first mate, if anything?
I think so, something like that.
Something like that, I guess.
So yeah, we team up to save the first mate so that we could then beat him up together. Us beat him up because we're part of a different crew, and they beat him up because, God, why'd you get kidnapped? We could have been beating you up this whole time, but we couldn't because you were stuck with the choir.
This could also be a very good information gathering mission for you.
I have a lot of information to gather, suffice to say.
And Stern, you have one
I
letter.
don't know. Stern?
Stern's letter framed with bones and has like a little cross swords for its seal.
I didn't hear what Joker said.
Yes. I said, Stern, you have one letter.
Gonna open it up.
All right. As you grab the letter, Stern, it's a letter like a white and blue letter, regal, like almost gold leaf on the edges. And you
pops out of the letter.
you open it, and it says, "At a request from my cousin, I, King Bartholomew Lee Jr., hereby accept you as my apprentice if you choose to be so. This is not an apprenticeship out of admiration, but out of a request from my family. I've seen a little bit of your family situation from others. If you want strength, I can help."
Bartholomew? What would...
And it says it's a PS on it. It's like the regular signature from clearly the king, like Bartholomew, clearly his like the king. But then there's another signature, a signature you recognize.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh, like
you
if
guys are posting him too?
it's not actually someone bad as far as you know. This is someone you had a good relationship with. A guard that was where you lived.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Writing is... Looks like I got a guardian angel. At least I still have some friends left. Apart from the new ones.
For the next session,
Thanks.
this is where we're going to end this session, but in the next session, you all will get teleport past to wherever you need to go so you can meet your mentors. Well, Vistura's mentor is probably just going to come here. It's a guard.
Yeah, she doesn't need to do much, but...
Yeah. But yeah,